Hi everyone, I'm Talar Kalustian. Just as a nice little FYI, this is the fifth time I'm doing this recording. I just keep messing up, and I guess I can pause the recording and you know pull myself together and continue. But you learn with trial and error. So okay, so two of the things that I wanted to focus on are about my rhythm in the way that I respond to students, and also ensuring that students don't feel alone, and ensuring that they feel my presence, that human element, I suppose. So the first one comes from this article, Three Ways to Efficiently and Effectively Support Online Learners. Um, this really resonated with me, this statement here. When I first started teaching online, I drowned in my course. I was making myself available 24/7. Honestly, this is an issue I've always had, not just with the online world. But it was comforting to see that I'm not alone in this and that there is a way to approach this systematically. It's so weird when we're in it, we don't, we don't, we're unable to take that step back and be like, you know what? I need to reconsider this. I need to plan out my rhythm a little more specifically. So that's one thing that's gotten me thinking about it. It's not something that I've learned overnight, of course, but it is something that I've been thinking about, and it's good to see it put in the form of an article that, shows me I'm not alone. So that's the first thing. I don't know if it's something I've learned per se, but it's something that's helping me process the way that I'm going to go forward with my teaching online. The other the second thing that I gleaned from these readings comes from the article How to Add the Human Element to Online Learning. I think it's very much related to what I was talking about, ensuring that I'm not like drowning in responding to students and everything. But if I create an environment where I have a presence, but not necessarily a synchronous, like in real time presence, I can show my presence through things like discussion boards, through announcements. That's something I do quite frequently. Polls and surveys. This is an awesome one, and I've started using it in Zoom. You can click do a quick poll. The only thing is I need to make sure to have the poll questions prepared in advance. I don't want to end up having to type them while my students are waiting on Zoom. I can prepare them in advance. So I think this is helping me realize that I actually have even more resources at my fingertips than I thought I had. Well, I thought I had. It's just what I had gotten used to thinking I had. But I would maybe only do announcements and polls very recently. But now I feel like this discussion board message is going to be a huge one, especially after seeing the experience that we the teachers had during this online training. So I'm going to make sure that I have discussion boards going at times in the day where students might want to access me, but I don't want to. I need to have my me time. So I can create a presence by opening the discussion board at a specific hour. So that's one cool thing I can do in addition to my announcements and polls. And also VoiceThread. I actually, depending on my courses, usually listening, speaking, I teach ESL. For the VoiceThread, I actually make response videos to my students when they're doing their presentations, but that's also really time consuming. But I guess it's so related to the first issue I was talking about, finding my rhythm of availability for my students without making my own life miserable, because I feel like I have to answer right away or I have to respond to this right away. And just making it more all-encompassing. A funny parallel that just popped into my mind is music. So there is a melody, but then there are different layers of harmony. There's a third, a fifth. So let's say the relationship my students and I have, like the face-to-face, is the melody, and then all these things that I do around it build the bigger picture, build the support, make the larger composition through things like not just a discussion board, but also emails, announcement, polls, and so on. So I hope that made sense. There was a little off-the-cuff talking that happened there, but I refuse to start over. So, okay, around 5 minutes. Thank you for listening and watching.